Hi everyone, it's Troy again from Complete Health Geelong. I was just looking at some memes where I get all my great ideas, and I saw this one. I'm very laid back. I only care about two things: every person on earth and their opinions of me. And I've got to admit, I was nearly crying. I was laughing that hard, and it made me remember a life-changing thing that I learnt when I first started going through everything, and it's a pretty simple thing. So I thought I'd share it with you, and I'll try and do it pretty quickly, unlike some of the other videos. So there's this thing called stimulus versus response. It's when you're growing up until now, up until this very point, you've gone through lots of experiences in your life. Things have happened, everything that's happened, and everybody's different. Everyone's paths are different, but you've attached meanings to every single thing that's happened in your life up until now. So now when something happens, your brain thinks back to something similar, and it remembers how you felt and what happened, how you reacted, how that happened, like what happened after you reacted, and stuff like that. And absolutely everybody's experiences are different. So that's a very important thing to remember. And everybody's carrying around lots of baggage that is different to what your baggage is. So with this stimulus versus response. So this is the stimulus. At the moment, you've probably got not a response. It's probably a reaction. And at the moment, this is like nanoseconds. It's tiny, like the minute amount of time that it takes for something to happen, like a trigger, and you react. So what we need to do is make this line longer so you have more time to think so that you can actually respond. When you get triggered, it goes into one of the 4 fight, flight, freeze, fawn responses, a survival response, depending on what it is. And you just get, bang, reaction. We need to slow that down so that you can respond. But the thing that I found funny about that meme is because people will say they don't care about other people's opinions, but they do. And part of doing what I'm doing now, obviously, not everybody's going to agree with things I say, and many years ago that would have weighed pretty heavy on me. And these days, it doesn't. Because I know that everybody has got a past. So I know that if I put something up, it might trigger them into a reaction because they haven't worked out or worked on their past, so that when they get triggered, they respond instead, like an adult. They might be still living out of their limbic brain. They might not have been able to slow that down enough yet. They might not know to breathe, to look at things from different perspectives. All the information gets encoded and decoded, and I'll cover that in other videos as well, in different ways. It all goes through filters of your past. So if something bad happened to them, and they think my post might be about something that's happened to them, and that triggers them, so then they're projecting whatever they're feeling onto me, or they're not seeing my point of view, or whatever, they may take it the wrong way. I know that anything that they're doing is on them. It's not on me. And it goes like that in life with anything. If anybody is calling you names, if anyone is trying to put you down, haters, have you ever seen a hater doing better than you? Probably not. Anything anybody is trying to project onto you is their responsibility. So it's very important to remember. And when you realise this, it makes life so much easier, so much less stressful. It makes it easier to do a lot of things. It makes it easier for you to try new things. Because if you do something and it doesn't work, and you're always worried that somebody's going to have a go at you or put you down, well, now you know that that's on their past experiences. They've worked through their traumas, so they're getting triggered into a reaction. It's actually got nothing to do with you. They should, they could have the stimulus, and they could respond, or they could not respond. A lot of people think that they always have to respond, but you don't. So this is just a quick run around the stimulus versus response. Because learning this changed my life. Absolutely changed my life entirely. And it is so simple just to think that everybody's background is different than yours. You're the only person that is an expert on your life. I'm a PT, but I'm not as ripped and I'm not as big as a lot of other PTs out there, but I bet you they didn't spend the last, one of the last 4 years not being able to walk, or they didn't have 2 collapsed lungs, they didn't have to have surgery. So putting if I was still worried and looked at that, I wouldn't be doing what I am now. I wouldn't be where I am right now. And that's a big thing. Learning that you are different than everybody else, that no one's perfect. And that's another thing, like, why you shouldn't look up to people. You can admire, but if you're looking up to somebody, you're putting yourself down. But you can appreciate what other people have done. And that's why if somebody's having a go at you, they don't know your story. They don't know who you are. They don't know what you've done, what you've been through. So anything that they say doesn't affect you. They haven't walked a mile in your shoes. That's a saying for a reason. If they had, well, then maybe they could have an opinion on it, but they haven't, so they can't. And no one can. So just have a think about that. I found this extremely helpful, liberating, life-changing, and I hope you really got something out of it.